go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dupes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man will go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Amadeus.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Amadeus.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't here for my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of famous fun.
All right, hello everyone, Grand Rising. Thanks for tuning in once again to the Queen Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, with that all being said, let's get into it. Okay. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, hello, Reggie. All right, Red Wine Entertainment. Luna is here. All hell no. Lonnie M is blessed. 504 Nola's in the house. Miss J is here. Mr. Elevation. All right. Tiana Scott is here. Trisha. Okay, shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuned into the Queen. And shout out to my moderators putting in work. So let's get into it. All right, let's talk about it because a black man was walking down the street minding his own business. And then some people just came upon him and started asking questions as if he had to explain himself to them. Okay, so let's just get into it. Let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm pulling up the right one. Okay, that's part one. Okay, here we go.
What's going on, buddy?
Nigga done brought a team out here.
Obviously, he doesn't live here.
If you live here, you're visiting a friend, that's fine. Just let us know because you're getting neighbors concerned since you're walking around my house. I'm not walking around your house. Hold on, Steve. You did pass my house 4 times. I don't know you. I've never seen you before, and you're walking past my house over and over again. So if you live here or you have a friend you're visiting here, that's fine. I'm not in front of your house. You're actually following me.
We just asked me a question. You live out here?
I'm a part of the neighborhood.
You're part of the neighborhood? Does that mean you live here? It's simple.
Like, bro, what?
I'm asking a question. You live here? You reach up to my wife.
Bro, I didn't go up to your wife, bro. I don't know who you're talking about. Bro. And I think I can walk around my neighborhood.
If you live here. Yeah. So you live here.
Like,
You live here?
you gonna keep asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. This man following me. This is harassment, right?
You haven't answered yet.
That's harassment, right? That's harassment, right?
I think what you did to my wife, yes.
Look. He following.
What you did to my wife,
You read it up.
Now, it's the audacity for me in talking about just answer the question as if he owes them anything. I would have been like, do y'all live here? Why are y'all following me? Don't you think you need to be home minding your own business? But anyway, let's go to part 2. Likes up, everyone. This is all crazy.
The fuck is y'all following? Why, man? You don't tell me what the fuck I should not and should be. You better watch yourself. Fuck. I don't even want to I can't even be comfortable because look at this shit. Then y'all coming out the blockways for people. They trying to walk the shit with their kids. These people are just following me and shit. This ain't weird. Look at the neighborhood creepers. The neighborhood creepers. Damn. What the fuck? If Buddy, look at Buddy. He's still creeping.
Steve. No, see.
What the fuck? Hey, that's some weary shit, my boy. Damn. Yeah, they ran this bitch out to create problems and shit. This shit wild as fuck. They better.
Okay, so that was a whole lot of nerve, but let's continue because there's more footage.
Later, they still following me, buddy. What the fuck? Nah, they just creeping. They just creeping. Hey, they ain't never seen a black nigga stay in the hood. I mean, stay in the white folks. They ain't never seen a nigga stay in the black folks. They ain't never seen a real nigga stay in these folks' hood. Huh?
You know exactly what it is, man. You know it.
What the fuck do I know exactly what it is?
I mean, you're trying to race bait. You know, I know you are.
I don't want to race. Bro, I had no issue with no color. Who the fuck? Who wife out chat? Do I look like I attack somebody's wife? Do I look like I do that? Come on now. You can't even answer the question. You just trying to say it. Wow, that shit crazy. Give us the rats. Let me get 500. Let me get 500.
I don't understand that language. What's 500? What's that?
Dollars.
500?
Bitcoin.
Oh.
Cash out.
How'd you get here, bro? You walked all the way back, past all the cattle. You walked back here for what? You want to go through a gated community? What you want?
You think I would do all that to hang out with you?
What you do?
You think I'd do all that to hang out with you? Come on, nah.
Come on now.
Y'all got my face right, though. Say what's up. Your wife probably want to talk now, because you done did too much. I don't know what's up with you. You more interested in me than your wife. Weird ass cracker.
Buddy, you're crossing the line now, bro.
Hey, you've been crossing the line acting like you gonna hit me. I want you to do it, for real.
We all know that. We know that. You're a fucking loser. Look at this. We know what you want, buddy.
Bruh, I'm a loser and you getting out your car to follow me.
You're harassing.
Come on, nah, like make it make sense. Nah, like just make it make sense. Real. Shit, man, y'all got me getting wet and shit, dog. And stepping in water puddles, just walking around my neighborhood and shit. You know, casual shit.
Okay, so excuse me, there's an update because some of those people were identified. I don't know why they felt like he had to explain himself to them, and he was just walking, minding his business. Now, if he was up to anything nefarious, would he be walking? Wouldn't he be in a car if he didn't live there, perhaps? I just have questions. This reminds me of the people who accosted and eventually killed Ahmaud Arbery, okay? Because Ahmaud Arbery was in a neighborhood where he clearly wasn't welcomed.
So I have an update about this story. For those of you that don't know, this young man was walking around his neighborhood after the hurricane, and these men that you see followed him, harassed him, and asked him, "Do you live there? What are you doing there? Why do you keep walking past our house?" One of the guys has been identified on Facebook as Stephen Karenga, and they are planning a walk through Stephen's neighborhood this Saturday at 9 a.m. So if you're in the Sarasota area and you want to come out and support this young man and let them know that racial profiling is not going to be tolerated, go to that march.
I mean, it's clearly the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me. And they literally were following him. And one of them, the guy that went to his car, and then the friend tried to stop him, they say that he went and got a gun. Okay, that's what they say. He went and got a gun, and then his friend had to stop him. Like, and they were trying to provoke him too. Okay, they were trying to provoke him. At the end of the day, that's clearly what they were doing. Hey, this is all nefarious. Okay, here it is in 2024. But remember, Kabami said this isn't a racist country. That's what she said. Like, girl, sit down. Her and Uncle Tim Scott said it wasn't a racist country. The hell if it isn't. All right. And so with that all being said, let's get into it. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. This is a very nefarious story we're about to get into. A woman who killed a pregnant victim that she met on Facebook cut the fetus from her womb and claimed the child as her own. She's finally being sentenced. Okay, Ashley Bush is her name. Let's show her face up here on the screen. Now, how did she think she was going to get away with this? This is all so crazy. Took this pregnant woman's life and then tried to pass the baby off as her own? Anyway, goes on to say, a 44-year-old woman in Missouri will spend the rest of the days of her life behind bars for kidnapping and killing a 33-year-old pregnant woman and her unborn child from Arkansas in a botched scheme to steal the mother's baby. Okay, to steal the mother's baby to be the unborn child and keep it as her own. Now, under U.S. District Judge Stephen R. Bowe on Tuesday ordered Amber Waterman to serve 2 consecutive life sentences in a federal correctional facility for the 2022 slaying of 33-year-old Ashley Bush and her unborn daughter. Now, who was named Valkyrie Willis. That's the child's name. Now, there is no chance for parole in federal prison in that system. And Waterman in July formally pleaded guilty to 1 count of kidnapping resulting in death and 1 count of causing the death of a child. Waterman's husband, Jamie Waterman, has been also charged in Bush's death. He's facing 1 federal count of being an accessory after the fact to kidnapping resulting in death. Now, prosecutors allege that he assisted his wife in covering up the crime despite knowing she had kidnapped and killed Bush. Jamie Waterman appeared in court Tuesday afternoon and changed his plea to guilty. Okay, less than a week before his trial was scheduled to begin. Here's her husband. This is all so crazy. First of all, if she did something like that, why would he condone it, honey? Because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go to prison for anybody. That's him. They look like they're nefarious, but let me continue. Now, as previously reported, Amber Waterman admitted to kidnapping Bush from Maysville and transporting her to Pinesville, both of which are in Arkansas, resulting in the death of Bush and Valkyrie. Now, Amber Waterman used a false name. She said her name was Lucy, and she used that name to contact Bush via Facebook while the victim was 31 weeks pregnant. She pretended to help Bush get a job by telling her she had an opportunity that the victim could fill. Now, this interaction prompted an in-person job interview between the 2 women on October the 28th of 2022. And this was supposed to take place at a public library in Gravette, Arkansas, where Amber Waterman offered Bush a work-from-home position for a company based out of Arkansas. Now, on October the 31st of 2022, at around 11:45 a.m., Bush met Waterman at the Handy Stop convenience store in Maysville, according to federal prosecutors, under the pretext, they say, that Waterman was taking her to meet a supervisor to further discuss employment. Bush got into a truck driven by Waterman.
Amber Waterman then kidnapped Bush and drove the pregnant woman to the Waterman residence in Pineville. At about 5 p.m. on October 31st of 2022, first responders reported to the Longview Shore in Pineville for an emergency call of a baby who was not breathing. Waterman admitted that she claimed to first responders that she had given birth to the child in the truck while on the way to the hospital. But in reality, she admitted the child was Bush's child, who died in utero as a result of Waterman's kidnapping that resulted in the death of Bush. Now, a subsequent autopsy determined that Bush's manner of death was a homicide, and the cause of death was penetrating trauma of the torso. Authorities say that Amber Waterman shot and killed Bush, then used a knife to try and remove the unborn child from her uterus. This is all so crazy. She also attempted to burn Bush's body. Now, Joshua Robinson, the prosecuting attorney for Benton County, Arkansas, stated in July that he intends to prosecute Waterman in state court and seek the death penalty. At the state level, Waterman is charged with 2 counts of capital murder and 1 count of kidnapping in Benton County. Oh, that is absolutely egregious, okay? Prayers and condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of the 2 victims. Absolutely crazy. I mean, it just goes to show how some people are so ridiculous. How did she think she was going to get away with that? Now, you took this woman's child, literally ripped it from her uterus, okay, and then kill the woman. First of all, what was she planning on doing with the woman's corpse? And then second, what did she think she was going to tell the hospital when she went there to get treatment for the child? And then they want to do an exam on her and she's not even had a child. This is all crazy. This is all crazy, but let me continue. Okay, on to the next story. Now, this was nefarious too. This woman poured scalding hot liquid on a 9-month-old. This is so sad. People out here just hurting children, taking their lives, and all of that. Just absolutely egregious. This is the devil that did it right here. Berlene Burkholder. A Michigan mother offered an in-court apology this week for the deplorable behavior that will keep her behind bars for up to 20 years. In August, Berlene Cadeau Burkholder, age 22, pleaded guilty to 1 count of child abuse in the first degree. Kent County prosecutors dismissed a secondary count of the same crime in exchange for her plea. Now, in March, the defendant was charged for a December 2023 incident that led to her then 9-month-old daughter suffering a broken wrist and first-degree burns covering 16% of her body. She says, I do understand the mistake that I made with hurting my daughter, and I've been trying everything in my power to show that it was a pure accident. Really? Scalding water and a broken wrist? This is what she said in court Monday, according to a court report. The contrite mom went on to describe what she views as the trajectory of her life since being arrested late last year. Saying classes, working, I've been doing everything that I could to show that I can be a mother and that it was an accident. And if I do have to do time, I'm still going to do everything I can to stay connected, whether through talking to the father or foster workers. Now, the purported accidental scalding, a reviewing burn specialist says, likely occurred at least on 2 separate occasions. Okay, but she wants us to think it was an accident. The physician told investigators that he believes the injuries were caused by a scalding hot liquid poured over the baby while she was lying on her back, and that burns on the child's toes were caused in a similar fashion, but were likely caused by a separate exposure. Now, as the 9-month-old baby was unable to cause these injuries to herself, she had to have been the one to have done it, according to officers. Initially, Burkholder was charged with counts of lying to a peace officer and contributing to the delinquency of a minor on the basis that she failed to seek medical care in a timely manner. The child abuse charges were filed in early March, and Burkholder eventually made bail. She had been free since mid-March. Now, key to the more serious charges was a narrative shift and an admission from the defendant herself. Burkholder initially stated to police that she left the baby with a stranger Oh, come on. Now, here we go with the lies. An Uber driver over the evening of December the 19th, while she spent the night alone in an unknown hotel. So, who's just going to leave their baby with an Uber driver that they don't even know? So you can go stay at a hotel. Like, this all sounds real ridiculous. So during a later interview, Berlin changed her story to include that she used drugs and partied in a hotel room with unknown people during this time at the unknown hotel. So unknown people, unknown hotel. So she's not telling them what hotel she was at or who was with her because she's lying. Now, the defendant, under pressure, later admittedly crumbled and said, "Yes, I did something I wasn't supposed to do." In the end, Burkholder was sentenced to between 51 months or 4 years and 4 months and 20 years in state prison. She was given credit for 74 days that she spent in pretrial detention. Now, during the sentencing hearing, Kent County Circuit Judge George Quist explained his decision for referencing various factors, but was largely motivated by what he called the mother's deplorable actions. He said, pouring scalding hot liquid on a 9-month-old child with burns so extensive that they're hard to describe. Okay, I've been doing this job for 10 years here in the criminal division, and I've seen one case of child abuse that is worse than this, and that's a lot of cases. The defendant was remanded back to the custody of the Kent County Jail on Monday, with her eventual destination slated to be state prison, according to jail records. Oh, that poor child. I hope the child heals up pretty well and doesn't have any serious scars. This is absolutely deplorable. A teacher who admitted to sexual contact with student after leaving scratches on the boy in a driveway met up to learn her fates. And here she is. Haley Clifton Carmack is her name. And apparently messing around with her students is her game. Please pay attention. This is all so sad. These teachers, they just can't leave these students alone. Like, what's wrong with people? A Missouri teacher who admitted to S contact with a 16-year-old student after leaving scratches on him during a driveway meetup has learned her fate. Now, Haley Clifton Carmack, who's 26 years old, was sentenced on Friday to 4 years in prison as stipulated in her plea agreement. But she could get out in as little as 3 months. Are they serious? 3 months if she successfully completes an sex offender treatment program, according to online records. Now, I want you all to pay attention. See, this is the problem. These females who do these things to boys, teenagers, and all of that, they give them slaps on the wrist. Why don't they punish them just as much as they punish the men? Okay, this is why these things keep happening. Remember the lady who was a teacher and got a 12-year-old? She got pregnant by a 12-year-old. And so anyway, she pleaded guilty in September to one count of sexual contact with the student. Now, the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office began investigating on December the 7th when a student at LaQuay High School came forward to report illegal sexual activity between another student and Clifton Carmack. A probable cause affidavit gave this information. Now, they say Sergeant Brian Gibbs wrote in the affidavit that the witness told him the victim showed him photos of scratches on his back and said it happened while he and Clifton Carmack were having sex in the witness's driveway. This is all nefarious. Clifton Carmack reportedly got in trouble for being too close with students and was known for wearing low-cut shirts and tight leggings. She also discussed with students in intimate detail about previous sex acts with her ex-husband. Why was she even still working at the school? Now, in an interview with Gibbs, Clifton Carmack denied having any inappropriate relationships. She handed over her phone with no issues and did not have the normal behavior of someone facing serious accusations. A search of her phone showed her and the boy discussing their relationship. She also sent him nearly nude photos of herself, according to the police. Now, another witness says the boy's father knew about the relationship and consented. He probably thought it was just all gravy. Now, the father told the witness that he knew his son and teacher had used students as lookouts while they were having sex during school. The witness told the father she was going to come forward with the information, and he allegedly responded saying, they're going to do it behind my back, so I may as well let it happen. What? He also reportedly told the witness that he was willing to lie for his son. The father later admitted to Gibbs that Clifton Carmack had been to his house. When Gibbs told the father that he had evidence proving he knew about the illegal activity, the father asked Gibbs what would happen next. And Gibbs told the father he was under arrest and escorted him to the Pulaski County Jail where he clearly belongs. Please pay attention. Now, prosecutors had charged the father. They've charged him with endangering the welfare of a child, as they should. This is all such nefarious behavior at the end of the day. Absolutely crazy. Chicago News 101 says she kept that job because she was Xing teachers that couldn't talk. This is all ridiculous at the end of the day. Okay, Redwine said it harms boys as much as it does girls. They are not mentally developed. Exactly. You know, the father probably thought it was just all good. He probably was cheering his son on and patting him on the back. Okay? Because that's what some men even think, that it's okay for that to happen to their sons, but not to their daughters. It's a whole nother story, which is so obtuse to me. Now, a man confessed that he was high on meth and Xanax when he carjacked a woman, ran over her twice, according to the police. I misread this when I put the title in because I thought he ran over two police. Okay, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. This is all nefarious. This is him right here. He looks like he did it. Whatever he's accused of, I'm sure he did it. Please pay attention. An Indiana man carjacked a woman and ran over her with an SUV twice before crashing and breaking the leg of a second woman in another vehicle, then getting arrested and telling police that he was high on meth and Xanax and didn't remember the events of that night. Chance A. Tressler, age 28, faces charges of robbery, battery, auto theft, and leaving the scene of an accident. Now, the incident left the woman he's accused of running over with swelling, bruising, bleeding, and all of this according to the Indianapolis Fox affiliate. The carjacking that started the series of events began on the evening of October the 9th in the 2900 block of North Scatterfield in Anderson, where more than 40 miles northeast of Indianapolis. Now, after a woman left her GMC Acadia unlocked outside of a gas station. See, this is the thing, ladies. You cannot be leaving your cars unlocked. Okay, you cannot be leaving your cars unlocked. And another thing you should not be doing if you're by yourself is when you get out to pump your gas, turning your back to the vehicle with your doors unlocked. Because you're not watching what's going on behind you. You're not aware of your surroundings. And then also, some people may not want to carjack you, but if they feel like your doors are unlocked and you're not paying attention, they can slide your door open and take your purse. Okay, they've shown this on news reports, so please pay attention. Now, the suspect allegedly left a stolen Chrysler 200 idling in the gas station lot, got into the Acadia and started to drive away. The victim held onto the handle of the driver's side door and was run over when Tressler put the car in reverse and drove forward over her again before driving away. Mm, mm, mm. First of all, I wouldn't have been holding on to the door. You can go ahead and steal it all you want because that's what insurance is for. Why would you risk your life over material possessions? Now, at one point, he allegedly ran a red light, at which point he was hit by an oncoming car, a crash that sent the other driver to the hospital with a broken leg. Police tracked down the owner of the Chrysler that the suspect left at the gas station. Now, that owner told police that he had a pretty good idea who stole it, saying it was a man named Chance who worked for him and had stayed at his house overnight. Okay, this is all crazy. Now, after an overnight search, police found Tressler the following day. He allegedly told the cops that he was high on meth and Xanax and had stopped taking his medication for schizophrenia. Okay, here we go with the mental illness card. He also allegedly told investigators that he borrowed a car from his boss and got lost. He pulled into a gas station for directions and a drink because he had cotton mouth. Because he had cotton mouth before driving off in another vehicle. He allegedly told investigators he thought that he hit a curb pulling out of the lot and remembered getting T-boned afterward. They say Chan stated that he then had a panic attack and sat down somewhere. I'm sorry. None of this is funny. None of this is funny, but he said he had a panic attack and then he sat down somewhere. Sir, that's what you should have done from the start. You should have sat down somewhere. Okay, maybe you wouldn't be in all this mess. But let me continue. Said he sat down somewhere and he woke up in a bean field. Chance agreed that he ran from the accident because he knew he was going to get into trouble. He's being held at the Madison County Jail on a $50,000 bond, according to online records. These people are so nefarious at the end of the day. Please pay attention. Please pay attention, okay? It's all crazy, right? What is really going on this planet? Like, I have to leave here, okay? Y'all got too many shenanigans for me. One outlandish discovery after another. Sheriff headed to prison for using taxpayer money to buy a private plane. Private plane? Wow, he must have taken millions. Classic cars and luxury jewelry, honey. The police is living it all up. Okay, living his life like it's golden. Please pay attention. Okay, he said, who needs this? Okay, this is taxpayer money, and I'm going to use this to get me a whole darn private plane. The nerve. So, an Indiana sheriff used taxpayer money on his own personal slush fund to allow him and his family to live a life of luxury, which included purchases of an airplane, classic cars, and Rolex watches. Oh, see, hearing this? Y'all hearing this? Dan said, Earth is ghetto. It clearly is, and I don't belong here any longer. Okay, I do not belong here any longer. I need to get up out of here. Okay, Leon said he has mental illness. Claudette said it goes down. Okay, it absolutely does, honey. This is all nefarious. Claudette said living it up. You know he was, honey, and so was his family. Please pay attention. So anyway, on Monday, a judge sentenced Jamie Knoll, who served as sheriff of Clark County from 2015 to 2022, sentenced him to 15 years in prison. The judge suspended 3 of those years, which will be served as probation. He also must pay $270,000 in fines and more than $3 million in restitution. Okay, Knoll in August pleaded guilty to 27 charges, including business influence, theft, tax evasion, and official misconducts. This is all so sad. Now, Judge Larry Medlock admonished Knoll before sentencing him. Okay, said one outlandish discovery after another. You have failed everyone, bullying those who would not submit to your will. Now, the list of items that he brought was brazen indeed, they say. In addition, Sheriff Knoll also headed up to the New Chapel Fire and EMS, where he used a credit card to buy an astonishing what? Wait a minute, I know this can't be true. Said he bought an astonishing $4.4 million worth of goodies for himself. Those included $15,000 on Rolexes, $25,000 for a Cessna airplane, plus another $16,000 in repairs and $160,000 in Amazon purchases. An audit concluded this. And Noel's theft wasn't just a victimless crime. He claimed the agencies he ran were cash-strapped as he ran rampant spending money for himself and his family. About 20 people have testified at the hearing about how his greed affected them. This is almost as bad as the Enron scandal, but let me continue. He had no regard for our personal safety, no regard for our mental health, none. This is what former New Chapel EMS paramedic Suzanne Davis told the judge. They say money that Noel stole could have been used to enhance safety at the jail, okay? And that theft had deadly consequences. Christopher Sweet died in 2017 after allegedly not receiving treatment after complaining about chest pains. And they say, I hope you suffer every day. That's what the man's mother, Janice Sweet, reportedly said at his sentencing. I hope you rot in prison. He's not going to really rot because he's not going to be there that long, unfortunately. He has the complexion for the protection, is all I'm saying. Now, for his part, Noel apologized to his family, residents of Clark County, and fellow law enforcement officials. He says, I do not look forward to the next 12 years, but I understand why I will be spending time in prison, and I accept this. You don't have any choice. You don't have any choice but to accept it. Now, the Indiana State Police arrested last year after questions arose about Noel's spending habits. His wife and adult daughter are also facing charges. Mm. Noel rose to prominence after appearing on the A&E reality show 60 Days, 60 Days In, which has previously been hosted by Law and Crime founder Dan Abrams. Now, the show, which launched in 2016, chronicles volunteers going undercover as inmates of county jails, in an effort to expose corruption and criminal activity. Isn't that ironic? Okay, Alexa, play Isn't It Ironic by Alanis Morissette. Anyway, let me continue. In a hint of irony, Noel said on the show, which featured the Clark County Jail, then under his own leadership, he said that one of the reasons he ran for the top cop position was because corruption had risen to the highest levels of office. After the previous sheriff was indicted for paying a prostitute $300 for sex. This is what the police are doing? Wow. It was apparent that drastic change needed to take place immediately. That's what he said at the time. I find it all egregious. What say you all to the charges? What? I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Leon said they constantly watching our pockets, but not their own. Okay, exactly. Meanwhile, they're following a black man down the street who's walking in his own neighborhood, minding his own black business, while the sheriff and other cops are out here just doing the most nefarious things imaginable. And nobody says a thing. Okay? This is all crazy. But let me continue. Now, here's where it gets real gruesome. Trigger warning. Elder facility security guard killed a 90-year-old resident, tried to insert herself into the investigation by inquiring about evidence, according to police. So basically, she wanted to know what the police knew. Okay? She wanted to know what the police knew because evidently she was trying to find out if they were onto her. This is all crazy. Cookie said this world is upside down. It sure is, honey, and inside out. Okay, Alexa, play Upside Down by Diana Ross. It's all crazy. There she is right there. Now, here's what they say. Janet Williams, that's her name, a 65-year-old Georgia woman. Now, this happened in Fulton County. Oh, Lord, this is just getting more and more nefarious. I've got to get out of Atlanta. I have got to get up out of here. These people are doing the most. A 65-year-old Georgia woman who worked as a security guard at a senior living apartment complex is accused of killing a 90-year-old resident at the facility, allegedly stabbing him more than 50 times and even trying to insert herself into the murder investigation. Now, Janet Williams was taken into custody last week and charged with 1 count of felony murder in the September slaying of Chun Ki Kim, according to authorities. Now, they say that according to a news release from the Atlanta Police Department, officers from APD Zone 2 responded at about 7:48 a.m. on September the 25th to a report of a person down at the apartment complex in the 700 block of Sidney Marcus Boulevard Northeast. Now, once there, First responders said they located a 90-year-old male victim, later identified as Kim. He was on the floor of his kitchen, suffering from what appeared to be multiple stab wounds. You got to be a low down, dirty demon to stab somebody, especially a 90-year-old person, 50 times. Yeah. Responding medical personnel pronounced Kim dead on the scene. The investigation into Kim's death was taken over by the APD homicide unit until Williams was identified as the alleged killer. She was taken into custody on Thursday. Now, a copy of the arrest warrant obtained by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution provided additional information about the alleged attack. In the document, police reportedly wrote that Kim was stabbed in the face and midsection between 50 and 60 times. He was last seen entering the building at about 12 p.m. on September the 24th of 2024 and taking the elevator to the 5th floor. Now, in a bizarre twist, authorities said Williams quickly attempted to involve herself in the investigation. Initially, the security guard reportedly said in the area of Kim's apartment, stayed in the area of Kim's apartment to observe the detectives as they worked at work before inquiring about the nature of the crime. She even managed to get inside another apartment on the 5th floor where the resident had a Ring doorbell camera that may have recorded footage relevant to the investigation. Williams also attempted to gain insight into the investigation by inquiring about evidence that the police had collected. An APD spokesperson told the Journal-Constitution on Tuesday that they could not identify a motive for the attack. They say while it is still unclear what her intentions initially were, Williams stabbed Mr. Kim to death. Now, the building reportedly has surveillance cameras, but none were located in the areas that would have shown an individual entering or exiting a specific apartment. Well, she was a security guard there, so she clearly knew about the cameras that they had and where she would be off camera. However, police said that the security footage did show Williams at about 3:15 p.m. on September the 24th taking the elevator to the building's 4th floor. Now, she was reportedly wearing her security uniform, glasses, and a face mask while carrying a reusable red grocery bag. The footage reportedly showed Williams at about 3:21 p.m. getting back on the elevator. She was no longer wearing the glasses or the face mask, and there was a new tear in her pants, okay, which appeared to be stained with a blood-like substance. Now, the warrant also stated that Williams looked stressed on the footage and seemed to be walking with a limp. Though the only items reported missing from Kim's apartment were his wallet and a baseball hat, police say Williams may have taken something else from his home. Now, the red Xfinity bag that she was carrying also appeared to be fuller, as if something had been placed inside during the time. Now, Williams got off the elevator with a noticeable limp. Williams is being held in the Fulton County Jail without bond, and she's scheduled to appear in court on November the 4th. Prayers and condolences to the elders' families. A 90-year-old man. Imagine living to be 90 years old. Do you know how hard that is to do these days? With the stuff they feed us, with all of the pollution and whatnot, and then somebody stabs him 50 darn times. This is all so crazy. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Red Wine Entertainment said that's ridiculous. It is. Denise says complete evil. Absolutely. Okay. Miss J says demonic for sure. Anyway, with that all been said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. And listen, for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, we're going to be live on there at 3:30. Okay, so don't miss it. Live on the spiritual channel at 3:30. TC Dan said diabolical. Exactly. Alice said he must have fought her. Yeah, he had to have been fighting for his poor life. 90 years old. Can you imagine? At the end of the day, that's probably why she was limping. Okay. And so this is all sad. Cookie said, may she rest in heaven. Okay. Pauline said, my dad is 91 and better health than me. Well, that's good to hear, beloved. That's good to hear. So anyway, do you all remember that story a few years ago about the 82-year-old man who used to be a boxer in his youth? He was an 82-year-old white man, and this guy was climbing through his window to rob him, and he snatched him on through and beat the mess out of him, honey. The man had 2 black eyes. Okay, this man might have been 82, honey, but he still had the strength of a lion, apparently, because he whooped his arse, okay, and then called the police. And when the police got there, honey, he was all beat up. Okay, he picked the wrong one that day. And what about the 67 or 70-year-old black woman who was smaller than me? And I'm not small, but I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, she beat up this man that was trying to rob her. Okay, some of these people, they have the strength. I just want y'all to pay attention. All right. Miss J said a 90-year-old skin is almost paper thin. It don't take much. And that was just evil. It absolutely was. Luna said, Queen, you are hilarious. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so listen, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And don't forget to tune in to Queen Amadaya TV, More Than Meets the Third Eye, at 3:30 for your spiritual vitamins. Till next time, peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got